What's up, y'all? This Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Another major reason why many beautiful women are lonely. And it's funny how I didn't think about this the other week. But you know what? In all honesty, if a video is only like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even 30 minutes, there's still so much more to any subject. Seriously, people be expecting everything to be covered in one subject. Shoot. In fact, in any of my videos, if I go through any video I had, it probably pick out at least 10 points. Like, seriously, at least 10 points I could do another video on. Because it gets deeper and deeper. It's never just one angle. This is coming at it from another angle. And I thought about it this morning because, as I've said before, like those regular videos I got, like the lapel mic and everything, I record them a week in advance. If you see a lapel mic on me, in most cases, I say 99 out of 100 cases, it's just I'm doing it with my 4K camera. Which incidentally, always if these videos ever look fuzzy to you, and I don't mean the fuzzy background, that's part of the thing, but just go in your settings and put it to HD. 1080 HD, because that's what they are saved in. So anyway, though, so I said something in a video talking about beautiful women that's going to come out on Friday, August 26th, and I said, you know what, I need to bring that up in a car video. And it's very simple. The reason why many beautiful women be lonely, because of the select non-select paradigm. It's very simple. All women got a select paradigm. All women. Now, of course, some they'll deal with 10% of the men. Some will deal with maybe 60%. Whatever the case. But one thing about beautiful women, in general, they're just very picky, period. They're very picky. So the fact of the matter is, not only are a lot of guys afraid to approach them, but let's say they get approached by 100 men. No, here's a better example, because I use that in this video I got coming out next week. Say they're in a social situation someplace, there's 100 men. The average woman there is only going to see maybe 20. And I'll throw in the 80-20 thing, even though it's accurate enough. The average woman is only going to see 20 of the men. The beautiful women is only going to see 5 of the men. Because one thing with beautiful women in general, since they do have a lot of men throwing it at them, trying to get their attention and everything, constantly talking to them, they can be pickier. So it's not even so much, the guys talking to them. In general, depending on the beautiful woman, they'll at least talk to, in general, if you actually get to talk to them, they'll at least be friendly, in general, if you actually talk to them. But the ones they actually going to pick back for a relationship or anything, ones they actually going to choose. And when I say choose, I don't mean signals or something, whether you approach them or whether they give choosing signals. They still got to make a choice. Because you get some guys thinking, well, I'll choose the woman. Does she choose you back? So, because they're going to just go for certain men. They're going to be picky because they can afford to be. Wait a minute. Got this weather out here. Let's see, so let me defog my windows. Yeah, if they get a choice, they only going to pick certain men anyway. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Hold on. And quite frankly, it's not going to be, they ain't going to see the type of men they want anyway. Like, even, and let me be clear about it, because I just did an on-demand video about average men getting the women. Even they are getting beautiful women. Even they got to have specifically what that particular beautiful woman is looking for. They got to have it. Because when you get a woman, she got a real choice. Oh, well, she ain't going to just respond to anything. And let's just be real, and I said this before, however you look at it, there's a smaller percentage of select men than non-select men. Like, women can run in, like, if you say a man, period, well, yeah, any woman runs into several men, period. But if you're talking about a select man that she considers select, notice I say she considers select, got the body she like, face she like, physically, and then the personality that she really like, they ain't gonna run into it that often. And since they have so many guys going for them, they don't have that idea of just settling. Like, the thing is, a lot of women will simply just settle. A lot of women, seriously. All the guy need to do is ask them out. But if you get a woman who plenty of guys are trying to talk to, then she's only going to pick her select. It's just that simple. And, some guys thinking, well, yeah, they run in the streets. Oh, no, you don't know them. Because you can't say that, but then say the 80-20 rule in the same sentence. Shit, they're going to go for it. And there's a lot of content creators who focus on that and say, yeah, they're only going to go for certain guys. Okay. Now, so you could have a lighthearted argument about which guys, but the bottom line is, however you look at it, whether it's the guys you think look good, or you think the guys got that great game, it's still going to be or money, it's still going to be a smaller percentage of men. Okay, like the money piece, you get a lot of, hee-haw about women wanting just guys with money. Well, in this society, it used to be 6 figures was money. Used to be. Shit, that's barely money now. How many men going to have money on that level? If you say, well, it's the money and the status. Or like a lot of people talking about those blue marks and stuff on social media. How many guys really got that? And then how many guys got, if you think it's just the looks, how many guys got that Chad or Tyrone look? Or alpha showpiece look? Shout out Cousin T-Talk. How many guys gonna really have that? Or if you say charisma, but how many guys got charisma, or even a gift of gab? Or even if you talk about game, let's just be real. That's not common. Game is real, though. A lot of people think it's not real. No, you got some guys, they got serious game. They got serious game. Or if you say, well, it's the guys who manipulate, now they got to do a whole lot. But how many men can truly manipulate a woman to that extent? Especially a beautiful one. You talking a small, no matter how you look at it, you're only talking a small percentage of men who are going to routinely get women. And then even smaller percentage of men who are going to routinely get beautiful women. Think about it. Because first of all, both beautiful men and select men on that level, they're not going to be just out and about all the time. And I'm gonna hit someone that who the players out, most of the players out here get. Players. Just to be clear, all players aren't select. Just to be clear, you got a lot of non-select players. Because one thing about the game, just because you're playing it, don't mean you're good at it. It's a conversation for another day. Oh, remember what I said earlier? I can just go through these videos, always come up with another subject, which is something I do on Patreon a lot. I do that on Patreon a whole lot. I'll be making a video, and my patrons will tell you, I'll be making a video or something, and then during the middle of it, I say, hey, you know what? I'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyway. No, but that's a major reason, though, because the women still going to be pickier, and they in a position to be pickier. Because I did a video, and I said, talked about most women have to adjust their select criteria if they actually want to mate. Most women, let me say it again, most women have to adjust their selection criteria if they want a mate. Most. But a beautiful woman, she can stick with whatever she wants, because there's always going to be some guys coming around. Now, how does that still make her lonely? Well, here's another thing with that. If she's looking for that guy who can beautiful women say, he don't have to settle with her either. See, that's another angle to it. If you get a man on that level who can routinely attract beautiful women, he can friend zone them. And they got to deal with that. See, just because a woman is beautiful don't mean she can even get every man that she even wants. Even if she's interested, even if she giving him choosing signals, even if she go over his house, she could go over his house with a trench coat on and some heels and nothing underneath. Trench coat on, heels, nothing underneath. And a truly select man could be like, yeah, I'm busy now. Who told you could come over here without calling? So, yeah, because it's a different paradigm. In fact, truly select men, they see beautiful women differently. A truly select man, a truly select man could tell a beautiful woman, nah, not you, baby. Nah, girl. A truly select one. That's why, just as an aside, that's why my program has always been to improve yourself to get to that level. And just real quick, you're not born into that level necessarily. Just real quick, let me you know how I roll on tangents and, just flow with it when I'm doing car videos. I think that's why y'all like car run. Car run just be flowing with it. Because you get a lot of guys saying, well, I'm not select because I'm that tall, or I'm not select because I don't look like this. That goes in, like everything goes into it, but as I've said before, the majority of men who become select had to build into it. I would put the number at about 85%. 15% might have the natural genetics and personality. 15%. Every other man got to build it. The rest of it, most men who are select had to build themselves there. I've known some straight up like guys that women were talking about it. They talked about, hitting the gym, fixing themselves up, developing their conversation, their mouthpiece, getting some clothing style. They talked about it. So, always talk about just build yourself to that point. And it's not hard, really. It really ain't hard. Well, no, I take that back. The physical part ain't hard. You can hit the gym and develop a style, even develop a conversation. The hard part, only hard part is just your mindset. You gotta change. Because you actually got some guys who got looks, body build, even making some money and shit, and they still having trouble. They don't have the mindset. It's a certain mindset that you need. So, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And that's, look, and just let me bring it back around to the beautiful women just being picky. They can be. I mean, all women really are, but beautiful women, they can stick with their pickiness. Indeed, that's why I think a lot of very beautiful women make it into old age without ever being married or something. You'd be wondering why. I was like, you were picky. You probably had a ton of guys trying to settle with you and everything. Seriously, I've met it's scary how many, like, older women, they could be in their 50s, even 60s, and you ask them, they never been married or something. They've had relationships, and you'd be wondering why, and you really press them, and they say, well, yeah, plenty of guys try to get at them and stuff, check them out, try to talk to them in the street, but their eyes only on a certain thing, There was typically, I would say trophy men. A lot of women want trophy men. There was a book back around the early 2000s talking about trophy men. It was a book, I can't think of the exact, I gotta look that up. They were talking about it, and then there was a famous counselor in the DC area. She's always on WHUR. I don't know if she's still on there, probably. Somebody let me know if she is, Audrey Chapman. And she wrote a book, and she was talking about, and this was specifically about black women. Just to be clear, that whole select, non-select thing go across, but in this one, she's talking about black women. She said many too many settle for, they want to get the trophy men, the star boys, bad boys, pretty boys. See, and one of the things, I think I'm about to record a video on my woman's channel about their scarcity thing. Because, see, that's just something with women. And that's something I've told women. That's their biggest issue. You know? They limiting the pool of... They actually limit the pool of men that will probably get with them. They limit it. It ain't the men, it's them. They call... When women talk about a shortage of men, regardless of race, they just mean a shortage of men in a select category. Shortage of men they actually want to get with. And like I said, and one of the worst things is when, for some women, if they actually get with that type of guy, or was imprinted by that type of guy, you know, or guys rather, like her general imprint is a combination of the first 3 men who penetrated her. In general, though, if those first 3 men were like select, definitely select one way or the other, you know, a pretty boy, bad boy, star boy, shit, they might have trouble. Because you got to be that. And that's something else, that's interesting. But I might talk about that or on player problems on my Rom TV this week. But yeah, any beautiful women, hey, they got that selection criteria, and trust me, they'll have a harder time sometimes, because they'll be really picky with theirs. And it is what it is. Now, real quick, don't come on here and be mad at me, because one of the videos I recorded for next week is like not holding any anger for a woman's rejection. Don't trip over it. It is what it is. If they suffer, they suffer. I mean, you know, that's their choice ultimately. But, you know, don't let it fuck with your head. But anyway, though, that's all I got for this one. Got a day today. This is recorded real early in the morning. This is one of those days I'll get a lot done. But, you know me, I'm a hustler, baby. Anyway, y'all, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.